Hey everybody, it's the Doctor here with Typical Manga Fan, and this episode of the Typical Manga Review is going to be about Akame Got Kill, Chapter 61, Kill the Reinforcements. And we open up with Leon and Akame trying to find Tatsumi, who's alone in a cave screaming in pain. Like his body has been transforming because of Incursio. It's actually like half dragon now.
Yep, and it's really painful.
Yeah,
really painful.
Yeah, unfortunately, like a little love and support from Leon and Akame pretty much like calm him down enough to bring him back down to normal.
Looks ugly as hell, man.
Well, he's half dragon face. Like he's dragonized Two-Face.
I know. I was thinking of Two-Face too. I was like, but still, so he's able to kind of calm down and reach his normal appearance, but he's still remnants. You can still see like the mark of the jaw,
yep,
on the sides. But now they got a new mission from the boss.
Specifically, Akame has a new mission from the boss.
Yeah. And Tatsumi and Leon will be on standby, basically. And then first off, Tatsumi's like, "Okay, Leon, are you okay?" And she's like, "Don't worry, I'm good."
Yeah.
And it's like,
but the fight with her last opponent did take a lot out of her, though.
Yeah. Well, she can recover. I mean, this is this is a good time to do it. Before the big battle, the calm before the storm. Anyway, so now they're basically saying they have to remove all the generals and hiring officers who have been aiding the prime minister.
But pretty much like Akame gets a list of posters, like a whole bunch of people to go after at once.
Yep, they're basically planning everything, and so Tatsumi wishes her good luck, I believe, and then says, as soon as they throw the switch, she says she'll bury. What did she say she'll bury?
She'll bury them all.
Yeah, bury them all. Yeah. She says bury.
Oh no, she talk about her emotions in this case.
Okay, bury. Yeah, okay.
Like her worry about Tatsumi and Leon.
Yeah. And then she's gonna say she's gonna basically kill everyone.
Yep. And then speaking of killing everyone, we come up to Esdeath, who's playing with her powers a little bit. She's actually like just messing around with them. Like she can create ice. She's create a little ball of ice and she's making it fly around her. And she's thinking to herself about how that playing around with her powers that gives her new ideas for things to try.
Yeah. And so right now, there's the rebel army saying, "Let's do this! Revenge for Numa-sama! Take the Emperor's head, you morons!" I mean, really, do they not remember Esdeath's out? I mean, I know they do, but it's like, really? I mean, you gotta be more careful than this,
Well, as we're about to see here, that really doesn't matter for one guy. He sees Esdeath and kind of goes for him. This one guy looks like a balding teacher, like with a Two-Face fashion sense.
Yeah. The hell, man. Anyway, so she's basically using her ice to make her float.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a neat way to do it, actually, because like I said, she can make her ice float, so she puts the ice around her legs and arms and makes it float.
Congratulations, you have now reached the most basic thing that every Dragon Ball Z fighter has been able to do.
Yep. I think there are X-Men that do that too with telekinesis, but
yeah, they do. And
then this guy, is just his biggest, like the rebel guy that's fighting right now, is like his biggest concern is making a name for himself, and he thinks he can do that by challenging Esdeath and winning. Ha 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 ha! No.
The death flag. That's the death flag,
The Esdeath flag.
The Esdeath flag. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. She just doesn't even bother. She just takes them down and just unleashes rains icy hell down upon them.
Yeah, and she basically criticizes them for using their, not really using their powers to their full potential.
Yep.
And then everyone dies.
Yep.
Pretty much. And then we go. Yeah. Meanwhile, we go to Suzuka.
Yep. I admit, I kind of had to look up her name afterwards, and she's fighting some rebels as well. One of them actually gets in a punch, but this being Suzuka, she loves it.
I'm surprised she's actually fought back so quickly. I'm like, I think she would just let them keep doing it until like the last minute.
Yep.
And I think she also shows that she's a bit of a sadist too, because she wants to smack him around a bit more.
We already kind of knew that, though.
Oh yeah, all that. I always thought she was more masochist than sadist, though.
It goes a little both ways, it looks like. And then we go to Kurome, who's chopping up people, and who's being protected by her zombies.
Yeah, isn't that the old guy? I mean, guy who was the assistant to Esdeath?
One of them might be. I know one of them is like one of their old comrades.
Guy.
Yeah, the wing guy.
Yeah, the wing guy. Yeah.
I don't know if that was one of their former Jaegers. I don't know about the other two though. I think those are people we saw already though.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the wing guy.
Yeah, she did make him a zombie though. Like I remember because that really upset Wave.
Yeah.
Speaking of Wave.
Yeah, and so I remember that she had two. Who were those two again? The two guys who just killed.
I don't know if we have names for them, or if it was really brought up.
Okay, I'm getting a little annoyed because they're kind of playing it as if these guys are the heroes. They're not. They're the bad guys.
Do you mean the rebels or the Jaegers?
The Jaegers.
Well, Wave is probably the closest thing too, but yeah,
Yeah, but
right.
he's still fighting for the bad guys. It doesn't matter.
And he doesn't even seem to be aware of the fact, or at least he seems to be ignoring the fact.
Then it's his fault for being stupid. Okay, it's his responsibility to see what's up. He's not a 5-year-old child.
Yeah, of course he does. To his credit, it seems to be like he's the only one who seems to take one of them alive. But then we go to some random general, who I just realized has the sign for man on his buckles.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the center of his chest. Like, see the circle with the arrow going down?
Yeah. Actually, isn't that supposed to be?
Well, it's plus if it's a female, and usually that goes off to the side, but still it's there.
But it's still straight. That's what I'm saying. Like.
Yeah, it's still an arrow though. It's still a guy, but so.
Well, he's like a very sexist comment. He's like the woman here got to enjoy being mounted by a real man. Yeah, that's kind of.
And he just calls like a random numbered woman to enjoy next, only to learn that he apparently literally split her in two the last time.
Okay, yeah, let's kill this guy.
Yeah, fortunately, Akame is there to grant that wish. Like, she just goes right in and mows them all down.
Yeah.
And this is apparently her. Yeah, we don't feel bad for this guy one bit. And this is apparently her 12th one too. Of course, the problem is like at this point, this is when she runs into Wave. Because like it's at this point, and really Wave is probably the worst one for her to fight in a sense because we always know that her one weakness to her Tegu is is an armored opponent, and he's basically got the alternate version of Incurcio.
Yeah, well, before Tatsumi's evolution.
Yeah.
And first off, she kills everyone though.
Yeah. Akame actually wants to ask Wave a question, but he's just not interested in talking. He's just ready to fight. But she's like, "All right, fine."
Yep.
And she sees us a chance to capture the armor.
Yeah, and then that's it.
Yep, that's it there. So we got Wave versus Akame. I did not see this particular matchup coming. I would have figured like Tatsumi would have been a choice for Wave, or maybe even Leon.
No. They're saving that for. They're saving the Tatsumi thing for.
Esdeath, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're the kind of the foils here, so they would have been a good choice for or even Leon as physical fighters.
But then the problem is you're gonna have a situation where you don't want Tatsumi to be the one fighting everyone because those are the big guys, right?
Yeah, at the same time, you run the risk of Akame doing that because she's almost guaranteed to fight Kurome at some point.
Yeah, she is. So we have her fight against. Okay, yeah. But at the same time, I think this is better because you do have her weakness right here.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, if and when she does kill Wave, it'll make Kurome more motivated to kill her.
Yeah. So there you go. I don't. I see. Look. I feel like this manga is trying to make me feel empathy or sympathy for sympathy is a better word for the Jaegers, but I don't feel it. Like these guys are like specifically Kurome. It's like no, I don't feel bad for her. Every time
the winged one is the only one that might have been sympathetic.
Which one?
The winged one.
Oh yeah, the winged guy. The thing is though, like they make so many chapters of like, oh look at Kurome blushing, look at how much she feels for Wave, look how Wave is like being nice. Like I think to me I get annoyed by it because it's just like no, she's insane.
I don't know if that's for us, our benefit, or for the characters. Because like I said, with what we've seen with Kurome, we know that this means that if and when Wave dies, she is going to go ballistic.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, like, I say this thing that I don't know if it's for us. I don't know if it's to characterize or humanize a person who's okay with killing everyone, like
and zombifying them.
And to me, I just feel like because a lot of actors and a lot of writers are like, oh, I love to humanize the bad guys. Like, no. You don't humanize people who are okay with this. You just let them be the way they are, and then
Yep.
let the story move on because.
And it is kind of an unusual contrast to just how depraved some of the Imperial characters are anyway.
Yeah, I mean, like Hitler, for example. I mean, look, Hitler was a human being, okay? No matter how bad he was.
Godwin's law. Go for it.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, no matter how bad, no matter how human he was, and because he did really bad shit, very very bad shit.
Oh. Yeah.
But he was a human being. But but no matter what type of humane stuff that he did in his time, all of us, the audience and probably the writers are probably just gonna be like, let's not do that. Let's not waste our time because no one's gonna empathize. No one's gonna sympathize with him. No one's gonna care for him. Everyone just wants to see him dead. So what's the point? And I feel this it's not exactly the same way.
Yeah.
But it's close because I mean, look, Hitler's bad, and this is real life we're talking about here. But in terms of a fictional standpoint, like she's killed a shitload of people, and she has shown no remorse for it. I don't see how she's really that different if you think about it.
I don't even think she understands the concept of remorse.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, look, Hitler was a human being. This girl, I don't think so.
I mean, because like I said, she saw nothing wrong with zombifying the wing guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Wave was pissed about it, but she doesn't seem to understand why that was the case. Because to her, it's like she's just keeping her friends close to her.
Yeah, but is he still conscious about it, or is he still like? Is he just?
I think he's gone. I think they're already dead before she can do anything with them.
Okay, because it's like because I was thinking like maybe it'd be like some type of little bit inside you. Yeah. Like the Cyberman woman.
Yeah. Well, in this case, not. I don't think it's anything like that. There might be some kind of instance of that, but I doubt it would come by in any real serious point there.
I forgot. Is Chelsea gonna be like that, or she just didn't even bother?
Well, Chelsea, I don't think she bothered to zombify Chelsea.
Yeah, she just ate it, right? Ate her.
Yeah, like it's like Seiryu ate her.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Let's just confirm that happened and just move on.
Yeah, Seiryu was a freaking nut job. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, well, that was like her other weapon, right? Or
her weapon was the dog Tegu.
Okay, what's Seiryu again? Which one was that?
The Justice Freak.
Oh, the Justice guy.
Girl.
Oh, girl. Okay, she's dead.
Yeah, she's long dead.
Okay, I thought it was a Kurome's weapon that like ate the shit out of.
No, that was her. See, I
Kurome killed her, but it was the body was eaten.
It was like Siryu's dog that dealt with it.
Okay, yeah.
And she also got Seer on there too. By the way, that reminds me. Just as a quick little side note, there is an actual English translation for Akame got killed, the manga now. It's in bookstores and such, and that's what they're up to. The point where the Seer fights Suryu, like where Seer gets killed.
Which one?
The scissor one.
I know, but it was what's the name again?
Seer.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I forget right offhand if that's the right pronunciation, but that's the idea.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And all I'm gonna say about this chapter is okay. So who do you think is gonna win this fight?
Akame.
I
mean, there's really no doubt about it. It's an established rule in the series that when two Tegu users fight, one will die. And Akame pretty much, unless they're going to disrupt things that badly, Akame has dibs on Kurome.
Yeah, Kurome is like the reason why she might stay alive. True. Yeah, it would also. I think it'd just be better if it's if you have her kill a Wave and then Kurome goes crazy. Although I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be pissed off if Kurome kills Akame because maybe Akame can't bring it to kill her sister or something. I don't know.
It could end up being a double KO.
It could be. I'd rather have it be a double KO. You know.
Yeah, but then the title character dies as well, so that's the hard thing to do.
Well, that it is hard, but come on, Akame get killed does shit like that.
Yeah, true enough.
But I will say this though, I don't want it to be like this. I don't want to make it. I don't want to make the deaths predictable in the sense that everyone's gonna die except for one person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at this point, like we've got like so few characters left.
I know exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like it's looking that way. I don't like it. I kind of want it. It's kind of weird to say this, but I kind of want it to be unpredictably. I want some survivors to be unpredictable. You know, some unpredictable survivors. There we go. Where like, you know how like normally right now because of Game of Thrones now, there are people who who unpredictably die. I want people to unpredictably survive. You know what I'm saying? Because that actually it keeps the unpredictable feeling. But it also makes you happy that someone actually just lived. Yeah. So you don't want to get too dark, you know. There are limits, in my opinion, to that shouldn't always be crossed. I mean, and I just feel that Akame kills crossed so many times. I think it should just take a break because if it does it too much, then just you kind of get numb to it, and you don't want that.
Yeah, that is an issue. Like if you kill. That is kind of something I decided with some other manga, like for example, Hunter x Hunter. Like they started killing things so casually, like it kind of started to turn me off after a while.
Yeah, and Basilisk, which is an anime, did that too, where it just, it was just like okay, at the end, you just like I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
And I knew that guy was gonna die. He's probably gonna die. Okay, whatever. Don't even bother.
Yeah, like there's a 99% chance he's screwed.
I think Game of Thrones actually kind of already died. Game of Thrones has kind of done that because I don't understand why people even bother getting attached to characters. Because like, no, they're gonna die. Most of them are gonna die. If not, if George R. R. Martin doesn't do it, then Dan and Weiss, the guys who do the show, will do it.
Yeah.
Because they want to. Because for kicks. So I feel like I'm really like numb to it. So I don't see the point in it. I just think it's annoying now. You know?
I think there is I've been saying this since we started doing these reviews. Like there's only so much character killing you can do willy nilly. There reaches a point where you have to keep certain characters alive, so you have to stop doing it, or only do it with like secondary or unnamed mooka characters.
The reason why certain deaths are so effective is not only because they're unpredictable, because you had time to develop them.
Right.
And because it doesn't happen so often, it's like the cookie your grandma makes every year. You know, it's really tasty once a year, but you eat it too much, even though it's the same exact quality, you just get numb to it.
Right.
And I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking Foster's Home for Imaginary Parents for that one.
Yeah. That is quite an analogy, though. Grandma's cookies to character deaths.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember that episode though? Have you seen that?
No, I didn't watch a lot of Foster's. I watched some, but not a lot.
Yeah, well, one of the characters she finally got her grandma's secret recipe. Like her grandma actually started making more.
Right.
She was actually the only one who actually.
Ain't this an episode where they like market the cookies?
Yeah, but she was the only one. Actually, she was the only one who actually kept wanting more. Mm-hmm. But everyone else was like, okay, look, it's 2 months. Let's have this once a year. Okay. It was Frankie. Frankie was like, yeah, I want more.
That sounds about right.
She was actually the only one who actually wanted more, but everyone else was just like, look, it's 2 months. Let's have it only once a year. Mm. So that's the thing, though. Yeah, you can make it really quality, but if you have too much of the same thing, even if each of them individually had a lot of quality, yep, it's not going to be as effective anymore. You know.
Still, as far as predictability goes, like I said, I didn't really see this particular matchup coming, so I was kind of glad to see that. Like they are mixing up who fights. They are getting sense to match up who fights who. This does make me worry that we might see Leon versus Kurome.
Oh yeah, then Leon's going to die.
Exactly.
But right now, isn't Leon kind of like she's on standby, so she's right.
Yeah, she and Tatsumi are in recovery mode right now.
Yeah, so that's good. So her getting beat the shit out of is actually a good thing. So because it makes her out of the fight for the next one. Out of action. There we go. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I kind of like. Look, not because of her boobs, because those are huge, but I kind of want Leon to be surviving because I feel like she offers a type of energy where I feel like if it's just Tatsumi and Akame at the end, it's kind of like the boring fest, you know?
Yeah.
They don't bring a different type of
like Leon's kind of like not quite the comic relief, but at least the lighthearted one of the bunch.
Yeah, I mean, like I'd honestly rather kill off Akame than Leon. Like that's the type. That's how.
Well, if and when Leon dies, that's when things get real. That's when we're getting the final battle mode, I'm sure.
Yeah, but then it's just like 2 left, and you know, okay, Tatsumi's probably gonna die because of that whole stupid.
Dragon thing, yeah.
Yeah, or what they can do is that maybe he dies and then Akame gives up her life so that way he could be with Mine. I don't know, but it's gonna be like one of those things where it's just like one of them's left, and it's gonna be so. I don't want to use the word predictable again, but it's gonna be so boring.
Yeah. There is room to twist it around a bit, I'm sure. Like for example, like maybe Tatsumi does manage to survive even like as dragon mode or something. I don't know. Yeah, maybe just keep Leon alive. I'm asking is just keep Leon alive. You can kill off Tatsumi and Akame, honestly. I'm okay with that. Just keep Leon alive. What about Nagenda?
I don't just keep Leon alive. I don't care. I would sacrifice the entire cast for Leon, okay?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I do want to see how this fight goes because like I said, like you yourself said, this is Akame's weakness we're up against right now. So this will get interesting.
It will.
Yep.
I will say though that I'm happy that they're already they just finished one fight, now they're getting to another one. Things are rocking, like things are moving.
Yeah, they aren't slowing down. That's good. I mean, with monthly releases, that's a good thing too.
Yeah, this is good. This is good shit.
Yeah. I mean, there's always been some kind of action every chapter, but at the same time, like I said, we're moving. Like I said, things are moving. We are in the final stages here.
I mean, of course, always the woman, the sexist comments always piss me off.
Yeah, because that's one of your particular buttons in this case.
Yeah, it is button, but it is my button, and even if he gets even though he gets chopped in half, it's just not enough for me. I just rather not have that, you know. I get it, it's war, I get it's bad, but I feel like Akame kills.
Always been one of my big things about this series in general. Like they really go overboard in how depraved the Empire is.
Yeah, but the fact that which again makes me even more annoyed that Wave and specifically Wave is like, dude, come on, like seriously.
I mean, yeah, we know that you joined because you were because of someone you admired, but at this point, I think you have to realize that ain't the case no more. With
great power comes great responsibility. That's all I have to say.
I mean, Tatsumi figured it out.
Yeah, to me, that's not an excuse. It's not an excuse to say, "Oh, I joined because of my honor" or bullshit. No, what you're doing
because you're past the point where your honor justifies it.
Yeah, it's already past that point. So no, at this point, you're being dishonorable by letting your honor maintain your ego, because that's all it is now. It's ego.
Honor before reason, basically.
Yeah, and yeah, that's the whole thing with I remember that whole thing with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too. That was stupid. Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, and the fact is, like, dude, Akame Kill has already made that known. Like, we know that war is bad. They made that known. We don't need further emphasis on that because we know that it's in our head. It's in the back of our heads. Now to do this now, it just kind of pisses us off, and it you know, it's just it doesn't get you more viewers. it can easily make certain, not all of them obviously, but certain ones pissed off, because at this point the ones who don't want to read it are not going to read it.
I think at this point the ones who are going to read it have had plenty of time to kind of realize, no, we can stop reading it now.
Yeah, I mean we're reading it now because it's close. We feel like it's close to ending, and we're doing it for review purposes.
Yeah.
To kind of, because we're doing this because to kind of like get out of our Shonen Jump type of thing.
Yeah, like we want to branch out a little bit here and there.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if I was just doing this casually, I think I'd be like, okay, no.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually very close to doing that with Happiness. Just telling you, but
really.
Yeah. But yeah.
All right. I think we got ourselves covered here. Is there anything else on the chapter you wanted to bring up, though, or anything else you wanted to go over?
No, I'm good.
Nah, like nothing really came to mind here. Like I said, I do like how they're mixing things up a little bit with like who fights who, even if it does mean like whose dies is predictable. But there you are. At this point, it's kind of where it is. So, anyway, that's been our review of Akame Got Killed, Chapter 61, Kill the Reinforcements. So if you have anything else to add beyond what we've said here today, give us a comment, give us a like if you like listening to us, give us a subscribe if you like the show in general, and thanks for tuning in.
Bye!